They had to have somebody do something like a Proud Boy and do something terrible. A seditious conspiracy.
Seditious conspiracy.
I don't know about that. I don't feel that that's real.
It happened.
I think it's like what it is they really are just making it up as they go, you know? But more or less, I mean, they there's no way seditious conspiracies, like they're plotting to take over the government or destroy the government. What was it exactly?
Overthrow, destroy.
Overthrow the government.
Yeah.
That's insane. And Joe Biggs is in there too. It's
Yeah.
the head of the Proud Boys and Joe Biggs.
Seditious conspiracy, serious and rarely prosecuted, holds that two or more people not only conspired to carry out an attack, but did so with an intention to overthrow, put down, or to destroy by force the government of the United States.
So rarely. You know what they're going to do? They're going to offer him a fucking plea,
Yeah.
and they're going to do 10, 15 years. On nothing, on absolutely nothing, and they know that if they go to trial on some federal charge, and the mood of the country and all that shit, and the mood of the government right now, the way they are right now, man, oh man, this is what's the name of the Proud Boy again?
There's Enrique Tarrio.
Enrique Tarrio.
Yeah, I think he was the leader.
Yeah, he was the leader, the
And
ringleader.
The ringleader, Joseph Biggs, Ethan Nordine, and Zachary Reel. Oh, and Dominic Pizzola.
These guys are fucking getting fucked over.
They are
I'm not big on the word patriot and all that kind of stuff.
right.
You know, because it's boring to me.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Every time I say patriot, I feel like fucking you know, who's that old motherfucker that nobody likes anymore on Fox?
Hannity.
Hannity, yeah. I feel like Hannity when I say patriot, you know, but you know, Jesus.
Constitution, Mark Levin.
Yeah. You're not going to tell me that this is constitutional. It's not. It's not constitutional, people.
You can't jail people for wandering around government property.
They own the Capitol. They own it. They own the Capitol.
Yes.
It belongs to us. It belongs to us, people. We'll be right back. It's a damn shame.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're going to do. I think it's going to be a plea deal, and it's going to be a long, long jail sentence for nothing. Because, I mean, that's a tough decision to make. You know? I mean, it puts them in a really tough position.
They pleaded not guilty, but
but that's
set it up for the plea
now. You know, I bet you that they do take a plea because nobody wants to. It's just like I said, rarely prosecuted.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be prosecuted in this case. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't be tried, as you know. I guess in court. But there's other guys, and you know this is. I'm starting to think that Max and the other guy, the Proud Boys that got locked up, they got off easy.
Yeah, they only got 4 years.
4 years, and
right.
like you know for nothing. I mean, just because somebody has that by their name, I mean, that's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
There more people being torn from their families and their kids, and
yeah,
it's a shame.
Food on the table.
Food on the table.
Families to rip from the headlines. Ripped from their fucking headlines.
From the headlines.
That is just. That is it really is bad. I guess I mean, like I don't not I guess obviously it's really terrible. Everything, all the January 6th stuff. I can't believe that just because you know a guy is president. You know, just because somebody gets elected president, sort of, not really, that he can change the whole Justice Department and configure it so that, I mean, now look, you know, the Justice Department's pretty crooked anyways.
Right, regardless.
But make it so that, like, yeah, now here's what we're going to do. We can do this. You know, we can kick off an investigation that's going to last forever, round people up, put them in jail. They'll never get out. You know, it doesn't matter. We can pick them up for anything and keep them as long as we want.
Right.
And we're going to do it. We have no sense of fucking fairness at all.
And they have unlimited resources behind them, of course. They're the U.S. government.
Well, I mean, you know what? We say these things, right? And by that you mean, you know, but I don't think that any police department runs out of money. Like, we have to let people go.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It seems to be happening a lot.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you're black, they're just like, well, we can't.
Well, maybe the Proud Boy should have been black and looted a Walmart.
Well, that Enrique guy is something like black, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's something like black. I don't know what
Afro Latino, or I don't know what they call it.
Oh boy, that's just a big time bummer. Just a big bummer.
Yeah, it just shows you can't do shit because they apparently said things like, "This is war," or like, who doesn't say that in a political attack ad?
Yeah,
I mean, said all the time. These terms.
Right. Yeah, and we we remember Schumer outside of the fucking Supreme Court. You will rue the day that all that bullshit he was saying.
Where's this seditious conspiracy?
That was crazy. And they've how many times do you fight? We will fight. There's that super cut of everybody saying fight. And they just go, okay. Well, thanks for introducing that into court. Who cares? It's just that they're. I'm telling you, we have such a completely unscrupulous, and I know this states the obvious, but it shocks me how unscrupulous and how vicious and how they remember how he wants to lock up his political opponents. Remember that?
Yeah.
And that is
absolutely
all they do.
Yeah, they do the exact same thing they're accusing the other person of doing.
Yeah, and I know, and that seems to be where the thought ends, but it's just like. That is the most devious shit. I mean, because there's no way it could be the problem with projection is that once they've said you've done it and you go, no, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're the one doing it. Then you just seem, oh, it's you against them. They can accuse you just like you can.
Right.
So whatever they think you're about to accuse them of, they'll accuse you because you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then to be like, oh.
Hey,
so
all sides do it, right?
It's a dirty trick.
Both sides.
But
both
now,
sides.
what are they going to do about going after your political opponents? There's no way that anybody can do that on the other side. They're the only ones.
So you can't say things like, this is a war for the Senate, or this is a war for the soul of America. You can't say war in
a battle.
Political discourse, apparently, now. This is ridiculous.
It could not be worse.
When it's read out by a lawyer, probably what their telegram or text messages were, it probably did sound bad way out of context.
I mean, not like seditious
plainly,
fucking
conspiracy.
Yeah,
but I'm saying,
do you know how hard it is to overthrow the fucking government?
With no
you don't
guns.
do it with four
with no
guys.
guns.
Yeah, Joe Biggs and this dude and these other three guys are going to. That doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It's just like that's outlandish.
Yeah, but the lawyers put it up like, oh, hey, Enrique, we're going to declare war on the United States government, and we will not let, the way the lawyers read it very plainly, without context, it just fucks you.
Well, here's the other thing.
I've seen it happen in, other cases.
But it's so stupid.
Yes.
To think that they
stupid.
they're not going to be able to again. If you're going to charge them with that, you'd have to charge everybody there with that in order to make it unless what was their plan?
5 guys.
We are going to 5 guys, and there's a bunch of other people, but 5 guys.
But mostly these 5 guys.
They're like, we're going to harness the power of the crowd to, it's just look. The moment they wanted them out of there, they were going. I hate it. God, I just hate it. I hate this fucking. I hate the country. I hate January 6th, but I hate the government is what I really hate. I love the country, hate the government.
The government is pretty terrible.
Yeah.
It's evil. It's one of the most evil governments in the history of the world.
So a trial of the 2 former Minneapolis police officers, according to CNN, delayed in the George Floyd killing. George Floyd, the upcoming state trial of Tao Tao and Alexander Kung for their alleged role in the George Floyd killing has been moved. That's January 2023, and I don't know why. Wow. Jury selection for Tao and Kung charged with aiding and abetting second-degree unintentional murder. Second-degree unintentional murder. They had to make it. They had to get murder in there.
Yeah.
They can't go down. They wanted to go down to third degree. They were like, can we do third-degree murder?
Right.
But that's manslaughter.
Right.
But they wanted to bring back. They just wanted murder to be in there.
Title.
That was very important that they be able to say murder.
Right.
And they were like, we can't do that. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just call it second degree. I mean, we're going to convict him.
Yeah.
So
These cops are fucked regardless what you call it.
Yeah. That sucks. Now, a third former officer, Thomas Lane, pleaded guilty to aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter. Wait a second. How can you aid and abet that when it's whatever? They
just don't give a shit. They'll charge you with anything and throw you in jail.
Scheduled to be sentenced to September 21st. That guy. This is a pretty newsy article. It doesn't really look as if it's. It says Chauvin was convicted last spring of Floyd's murder in a state trial. Was sentenced to. Oh, I happen to be wearing my George Floyd.
There you go.
Is the tour shirt, the final tour.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm not.
No, you're not.
I was wearing it earlier.
Where is it?
I was wearing it earlier. Damn it! I should have. What an idiot I am! I don't even know what shirt I have on. They were already convicted, Tao, Kung, and Lane. So if they're already convicted in federal court, they tried them for the civil rights thing.
Mm.
They got convicted of violating his civil rights. This is the fucking craziest shit.
Man.
That is all bullshit. Who are these people that find this?
It's purely political to create the narrative and keep it going about St. George Floyd.
They never say anything that's true.
No. Like, for example, when covering the George Floyd story, they never mention what led up to it. Was he bought a banana with a counterfeit $20 bill?
Yeah, that's something that needed to come out.
But nobody knows that. There's video footage of it.
People know that he passed a counterfeit bill. They just don't know that he used it to buy a banana.
And
right?
why would the media keep that silent? They used it to buy a banana. Like,
I don't know.
We're smart people.
I don't really know. Why would they? You know why? Because they were. The news is racist.
Yeah.
You shouldn't say that, but it's true. It
might be true, but it's too true.
You don't have to say that. Look, you don't have to report what food he was buying. Nobody cares.
Could have been an apple.
Was he buying cigarettes as well, or something?
Yeah.
Here's another thing about the shootings going on. Mass shootings are fucking everywhere in the headlines.
Yeah, it's nonstop.
And there's no more of them going on than normal, I don't think. Because, I mean, maybe it's a little unusual, the one in Texas, and the one that was high profile in Buffalo. But now they're sprinkled everywhere. Like in Chattanooga, they just had it says, mayor vows to treat gun violence like the crisis it is after second mass shooting within 8 days in Chattanooga.
What the fuck?
Now, I bet you it's 3 people, and I bet you it's something pretty fucking...
Crime gang.
It's just like a real... Yeah, exactly. The people were killed, and 3 people were killed. Yeah, 3. And at least 14 others were injured. Well, that's a lot of people shot. It could be a mass shooting, but that's 17 people shot. Well, it says injured after gunfire erupted. It doesn't mean that they were shot, though, when they're injured.
Right. They could have fallen over somebody and scraped their knee.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. How many people got shot?
Yeah. That's what I want to know.
Wounded is the word we need. When they say injured, I don't know what that means. Okay,
it says
it was at a nightclub just after 2:45 a.m. You should have known better. With some being struck by bullets and others hit by fleeing vehicles. See, some being struck by... 3 people were killed. Okay, so they didn't even go into... They might have not... 3 people might have been killed by cars.
It could have been. We don't know. They're not reporting
why don't you give me the breakdown?
Right.
Oh, my God. Among the 3 deaths, okay, here we go. 2 stem from gunshot wounds. 1 was related to injuries victims sustained when they were hit by a vehicle. So 2 people shot dead.
2 people shot dead.
1 hit by a car.
Not a mass shooting.
I'm tired of... well, it is if anybody else got wounded, it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm tired of standing in front of you talking about guns and bodies.
Obviously, it was gang violence.
Stop it.
This isn't a mass shooting that's like in the conscious of the American mind.
But that's what they're saying in the headline. Another mass shooting, second one in 8 days. So they're playing it up. They're playing up the mass shooting business, is what I'm saying. And I think that's they're just like, well, we hope we have a suspect in custody soon. It's like, and that story kind of prominently featured. Let me see.
It's right up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care about looking at CNN Sports. I don't know what
it is. Who cares?
The surprising history of gun. I don't. There's a judge that's dead.
Interesting. Did he know the Clintons?
No, he was killed by a suspect who was. He's sentenced to prison more than 15 years ago.
Yeah.
The guy got out and killed the judge.
Wow.
That's a determined motherfucker right there. You know that's a white guy. It certainly is.
That's time gratification.
That's a guy who's like, if it's the last fucking thing I do, I don't give a fuck.
Gonna kill that judge.
Douglas K. Udd, the man accused of shooting and killing former Juneau County judge, circuit court judge, John Reamer, sentenced to prison by the judge more than 15 years ago. That's who he is.
Wow.
68. He was killed. Reamer was killed Friday in New Lisbon. This is in Wisconsin. That's what the state's Justice Department said. 56, identified as suspect. Apparently self-inflicted gunshot wound. Identified as a suspect, was found in the basement of the home. Apparently, he's like, I'm going to kill that judge. I'm going to kill myself.
It's done.
I don't give a fuck.
Fuck this world.
How do they say it? I don't give a fuck, you know?
Oh, yeah,
You think I give a fuck?
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck about that.
I don't give a fuck at all.
I don't. I really don't. Hey, well, enough about that. He killed a judge. That's like long-term planning, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing about dating psychos. They don't really have that. They're not really all about the long-term planning. They're more about impulse actions. Okay, so from graduation parties to a mall, 13 mass shootings over the weekend.
Oh.
Leave more than a dozen dead. See, this is the shit they have not been reporting. This goes on every fucking weekend.
Yeah. And it's
a
all
bunch
handguns.
Bunch of them in Chicago. They were at places that seemed safe. Like what? Like a candlelight vigil for a lost gang member? A funeral for... Give me a break.
A house party at 2:45 in the morning?
Yeah. Is that where they were? A school?
Probably. A school, yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing about the schools. They don't want them to be safe at all. They don't. They don't want schools safe. And I think it's because they want more school shootings, I guess. But
makes sense.
I mean, like, because otherwise I can't imagine why. They like that porous school business. They like it very much. Mm-hmm. Joe's like, I'm not for the hardening of schools. And hardening. How about securing? What do you mean hardening?
Well, I'm not for the hardening of banks.
Yeah. I'm not for the hardening of the Federal Reserve or Fort Knox or hey, you know what else I'm not for the hardening of? I'm not for the hardening of the Capitol. I'm not for the hardening of airports.
The US border.
Yeah, definitely not. Hardening. See, that's such a fucking well-chosen word, you know. It's I don't know if I want them hardened.
You want to hear something ridiculous? Because of the law in my state, kids have to have off from school tomorrow because it's an election day, a primary election day. The reason is because cops are usually in the schools. Now, apparently, cops would intimidate voters from voting if school was in session. Therefore, they had to give all the kids off from school because you can't have the cops there while there's voting going on. Because certain people would feel
you can't
they
have
can vote.
Cops in there when there's voting going on.
Yes.
Because the cops can be like, you gonna vote right, ain't you? You're not from around here, huh? Are you in Jersey?
Yeah, Jersey.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Do they have that here? Or?
I don't think so.
It's crazy. I think this is the most insane thing.
They no kids they don't go to school on election day because there's police there.
Yes.
Because it's an election.
Because it's an election, yes. Because there's normally police in the schools in my township. So in order to keep the police in the schools, they just gave all the kids off. Now the cops have the day off, and now you can vote. And
the cops have the day off?
Yeah, I guess.
What are you talking about? They have the day off, and the kids are going to school.
No, everyone has the day off, and
and there's no election?
No, there is election.
Oh, okay.
The cops get the day off. The kids get the day off. There's an election.
So wait. Why are the kids taking the day off if there's no police in the school? Oh, because they like the... Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So the police go home,
and
they're the ones guarding the kids normally?
They're the ones guarding the kids normally in my town, yep.
Now, all they need to do if they want to end the school shootings, which they don't, all they got to do is have one entrance, just like they do.
Yes.
For the fucking courthouse. You got one way of getting in.
Makes sense.
You don't have doors all over the fucking courthouse. You got one. And post officers there.
That's what my town does. That's what my town does. And never had a problem. Never had a problem.
Well, a lot of schools never had a problem.
Yeah, never had a problem.
Almost all of them, really.
But the ones with cops definitely don't.
Almost all. Well, you know what? It would be the last one that they would want to do that at. It's the gun-free zones, all that bullshit. Too. Yeah, like, it's just so stupid.
They actually have the cop in front of the in a booth at the front door, the one entrance in my town. So in order to get into the school, you have to first speak to the cop. The cop then calls the office and says, "Hey, is so-and-so supposed to be here?" The office goes, "Yeah." And then the cop signs you in, and you go into the building.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
In the morning, they just let students walk the fuck in, though, right?
Yeah, the students, they know. They have IDs or whatever, lanyards and whatnot.
Wow, that sounds good. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Why is it? Everything gets choked down so much. You know what I mean? It really does. There was a woman who was at a speaking of schools, school board meeting, and she didn't like this book because it's like straight up anti-white is what it is. And she's like, basically what it says is that white people invented racism.
Awesome.
And that, and you know that.
Well, it's nice to get credit for something every once in a while as a white person.
Yeah, you look up white inventors. That's the one invention that they'll,
racism
that they'll acknowledge. Yes, race. Well, they did invent racism. They did that.
Give them that. Give them that.
Absolutely insane. But that's what they do. That's what they've said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anyway, that's apparently a phone video that I haven't moved over yet. It was a New York Post thing actually, and it's basically this woman was like, "Hey, how long ago? What year was racism invented?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me? It was just white people?
Right.
What year did they do it?" She asked these questions. And they wouldn't answer. They're like, "Oh, we need to not answer that." That question is. They started saying the question was racist.
Oh, so the question's now racist.
That question's racist.
Okay.
And that question, it's like it does. They phrased it in some way, some problem that there
was it
is
a
with
white woman?
She was white.
Okay, maybe that's why it was racist because the white person asked the question, "When was racism invented?" So therefore, it's racist because she's white. Yeah,
it's like you should know. Your people invented it, right? I mean, it's and then when they didn't want to take the question, she wrote. It went over their head, and then this person was like, "Yeah, you should." And he let them submit the question in writing.
Oh, yeah.
And so they did that, and the response, there's a white guy and a black guy. It was two, people who were answering the question.
Mm-hmm.
And the black guy said, "Well, I can't tell you I have been discriminated against in my life for the color of my skin. Maybe most recently by that question."
Interesting. So
yeah, victimized.
Within seconds.
Victimized by that question of asking them, well, sarcastically, what, or actually, in all earnestness.
Sure.
Do you know?
Yeah, when was racism
How
invented?
can you pinpoint this? And they will not, they will not engage in that kind of shit. They just won't.
It was invented by Martin Luther in 1602 in this volume.
There's a dude named Ray. I mean, hell, he was a Southerner, but I mean, that doesn't mean it's school board. The school board stuff. They want to obviously, it's kids' book. The kids' book is Our Skin, and it blames racism on whites. And what can you say? It's certainly shocking. It's shocking.
It's crazy.
I was shocked. Our Skin, and here we go. So I'm reading out of the book now. At the time, even right now, people are working for racial justice by telling the truth and sharing feelings and burning buildings, of course, and by stealing shoes, by treating people the way they want to be treated, by bravely saying, "That's not right," or "That's not right. That's not right. We're big pants people. Don't."
That's not right.
That's not right. By marching in protest, as read by Kevin, what's his name? What was that fucking guy's name?
Which Kevin?
The one that goes, "That's not right." Who was that fucking guy? We're big pants people. He's like a heavy comedian. You know what I'm talking about?
Kevin?
Whatever. By marching in protest.
Kevin Brennan?
No. Yeah, that's obviously my Kevin Brennan impression. I mean, I might not be Rich Little, I might not be Frank Caliente, but for Christ's sake, I know that here. Okay,
do it.
You'll think you're in the room with Kevin Brennan.
Right.
That's not right. I'm Kevin Brennan, burning bridges. Yeah, that's
a good one.
Dead on.
I couldn't tell.
An inflammatory children's book now. Okay, so it says, by marching in protest, by singing songs that bring us together, by changing unfair rules, by teaching, helping, and learning and listening. An inflammatory children's book being distributed by to the New York City schools teaches kids as young as 2 that the concept of race was created by white people who claimed they were, quote, better, smarter, prettier, and that they deserve more than everybody else.
Interesting.
The book, Our Skin, was penned by Harlem activist Megan Madison. Megan.
She's a dirty whore.
And Brooklynite and library worker Jessica Rowley. And published last year. It begins with a simple discussion of our skin tones, then launches into a screed that blames the idea of race on white people, along with an illustration of scary-looking human skulls encased in glass and sitting on shelves. A long time ago, way before you were born, a group of white people made up an idea called race. Oh, my God.
That's what it was.
That's unreal. They sorted people by skin color and said that white people were better, smarter, prettier, and that they deserve more than everybody else. Now, those things are all true.
Yeah, they're very true.
I mean, there's not one of them I disagree with. However, you shouldn't be teaching kids that just because I think so.
Yeah.
I mean...
maybe.
No.
I mean, if we're going to do it.
It depends on what's the slant here.
Yeah.
We're not demonizing us for it. We're just saying
this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Be proud of your past.
We are prettier and smarter than everybody else. It goes on to say that isn't true or fair at all, with a picture of a, quote, Caucasian man holding up the most beautiful skull. It's in quotes, most beautiful skull. All right. Well, the book, it's aimed at those ages 2 to 5. It's been distributed to at least one Manhattan kindergarten, one on Staten Island, as well as one in Brooklyn, and appears to be part of the Department of Education's new Universal Mosaic curriculum. The DOE announced the plan under former Mayor de Blasio to standardize instruction.
So that's what they're calling CRT now, I guess.
They want to better reflect the city's demographics. Well, you can reflect the fucking demographics
without blaming everything on white people.
Without saying you invented race. You motherfuckers are really bad. You motherfuckers make me really sad.
It's a rhyming book.
Yeah.
The hating white people, or depending on how you're reading it.
There was some rhyming.
White people.
It's a rap. The tome is on a suggested reading list parents can access through the website Teaching Books. It is part of the Universal Mosaic Independent.
Universal Mosaic.
Okay, yeah. Universal. What is it? Universal Mosaic, yeah.
It's not called CRT. It's called Universal Mosaic.
It's Universal Mosaic. Get it
Come
right
on.
now. Come on. Look, we're trying to teach your children how to hate. This page alone, in my mind, is just preaching hate, he said, referring to the text about sorting people by skin color. Now, Labella, that's what one Brooklyn parent said. Now, Labella, that's the parent again. All right. So at least one school in Southwest, where he's a member of the community, he's received the book. So that's another book. Okay, so the principal said that he had been told by former school's chancellor, Misha Porter, they would be coming. They were to be delivered in kindergarten classes, but the principal was holding off. This is Megan Madison. Look at that.
Yeah,
what a Megan.
What a Megan.
She's wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt. Yeah, I made a pretty cool Black Lives Matter fist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
I got a picture of it somewhere. I just how I've been moving stuff around. I don't know if I'd be able to find it. If I look, it's gonna slow everything down. And this is probably the other cunt who wrote it too, right here. I bet you. She's the one. Jessica Rowley, coordinator, early literacy program. Look at that fucking bitch.
Ew.
Look at that fucking horrible bitch.
You know she brainwashes kids
my
every day.
God. Look at that fucking person right there. It's just everything that you want to see. First of all, you're in a school teaching. I assume that maybe she got all prettied up for the post.
Yeah.
But that red lipstick, baboon ass fucking pussy lips.
Standing out.
Trying to look like, that's what it is. When you got that red lipstick, you're saying, I fucking, my pussy's swollen.
I am amorous.
This is supposed to be, yes. And, not especially picky now anymore because, I mean, I'm not a spring chicken.
Look at my there.
Look at my neck.
Look at my neck.
Look at my chin. Oh, boy. That woman right there has got half a piece of double mint in a fucking tissue inside her purse. I bet you anything. Look at those ugly. I think the contact lenses, when they fucking do that, are ugly. I think the colored contacts are ugly.
Oh, yeah.
They never, ever look good.
They never match.
They always look unnatural. I hate them. And I hate people who wear them, and I hate this woman. And I really think the world would be a better place if she was ground into something. And I don't know. Don't even you don't even want to eat her, maybe.
No, she's gross. She's diseased. I want nothing to do with her.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to catch whatever weird mind virus she has.
Mind virus. She got that monkey pee.
Yeah, monkey virus.
She's just a horrible individual. Horrible individual. This whole political faction is just jam-packed with horrible individuals. Racism should be talked about, but it should be talked about correctly. He said, I think that telling 5- and 6-year-olds that white people are all responsible for racism is not helpful.
Yeah.
I have white kids in this school. I don't want them to be hurt. Really, I mean, what more do you need?
Right, that makes complete sense.
The call to fucking violence that's in the fucking transphobic remarks of Ricky Gervais and fucking, what's his name, Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, yeah.
That's transphobes.
Transphobes.
And that is dangerous because they are already the most vulnerable people, and you put them in danger, and they're going like, yeah, white people invented racism.
You motherfuckers.
Yeah, remember? The book's narrative.
Transphobes.
It adds that racism is also the things people do and the unfair rules they make about race so that white people get more power. Fuck you. Fuck you. This book does not belong in the fucking library.
It doesn't belong anywhere. It needs to be burned.
No. This is like fucking Marxist porn.
Weimar Republic sort of shit that this would be a book the Nazis would have burnt. This has been one of them.
Yeah, this is too far. This is just too far.
We can't take it anymore.
I mean, if it's about the white people being bad. But if they did one like that about the Jews, they'd be like, this is just not...
It's a bit much. I mean, we don't really like them, but come on.
We don't want to be...
anti-Semitic.
It's just... something's too far.
I don't know.
Chien Kwok, let's talk to Chien Kwok, a parent leader and member of the community education member, said he stumbled across our skin on the teaching book site. So they're looking at what their kids are fucking reading here.
About fucking time.
The DOE should be sensitive to the fact that not every family will agree with what's age appropriate, Kwok said. What a quack.
What a quack.
That's a quack. They need to be transparent, have a way of opting out, providing alternatives families come up with, especially younger ages. One Asian American mom from Queens asked whether the book is for a black or white audience or for all children. I'm sure it's for all children.
It's for everybody under the rainbow.
White people will like it. When you see these anti-racism books, they almost always leave out Asians. Oh, Jesus Christ.
She wants Asian inclusion.
You do not want Asian inclusion, my friend. You don't want to be in. You are white adjacent. You are the creator of racism adjacent. It's always spoken about in a white versus black narrative, which is not what the city is. It's a city of immigrants. Yeah, white-black is all that matters, though.
That's it. That's the power struggle.
Black lives matter. Where's the Chinese lives matter? Where's the Asian lives matter? Where's Latino lives matter?
Norwegian lives matter.
Yeah.
None of that.
Elena Fishbane, who I know I hate. I remember,
just by the name?
I read about her before, and she's the head of the Pennsylvania-based group, #1, No Left Turn, I guess, in education, which opposes a leftist agenda in schools, and that's in quotes, a leftist agenda. Why is that in quotes?
No, it's a leftist agenda.
Why is that like...
It is.
The book is brainwashing young kids, she says, and that the authors seem to feel parents have almost a moral obligation to have their children focus on skin color. Here's another photo, if you want to look at it. It says, and this is from the book, racism can be on purpose, like calling a person of color a mean name because of their skin color. Yeah, that nobody does that hardly. Nobody hardly does that.
Especially in the elementary school.
And especially when they're around.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know. You would not know when I called you a name. Racism can be by mistake. Like if the same friend always has to play the bad guy. Yeah, you be the bad guy. Look, we're just trying to be like, like, I guess you would say like reality involved. Like we want it to be true to life.
Just a little bit, at least. Somewhere in the book, be true to life.
I mean, like, for crying out loud, when you think about it. I don't know what this is. There's just a Star of David almost right here.
Yeah. Look at this.
It's like a pentagram or something. I mean, what the? There's something weird about that. I ain't going down like that. I ain't going out like that. I could just kill a man. Here is something you can't understand. How I could just kill a man. Nobody can tell you they're not teaching CRT. She said, referring to critical race theory. So as soon as you figure out the name of it and it starts getting big, they can start going, no.
Yeah.
That's not true. Yeah, no, we're not teaching that at all. What we're teaching is
Universal Mosaic.
Universal Mosaic. Sarah and I love that. Referring to critical race theory. No, it says subject mostly taught in colleges, which argues that racism is embedded in United States legal systems and policies. The use of our skin created an uproar in a New Jersey town last fall, where the school board eventually decided the book could only be used as part of a lesson plan about bullshit, not read without supervision. It should be placed in the general classroom library, or it should not be. That says Raymond Gonzalez. Rather, this book is best to use as an interactive and read aloud, where educational professionals can skillfully present this thing. So, okay, I guess we've probably covered that enough. It's like it goes on and on. But the lady raised the question. They told her it was a racist question, which is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I was listening to Joe Biden. I know it's my fault.
Yeah,
it's my fault.
You shouldn't do that.
He says, and talk about the guns, like he did this. That's the most minor of all sleight of hand politically. I don't know how this qualifies as a response or an answer or anything like that. I think he might have just been giving a speech at this point. He's talking about these guns and shit. It's not about taking anybody's rights. It's about saving lives. It's not about taking your rights. It's not about taking anyone's rights, because that's what, people who are, say them, you know what I mean? Whoever these people are, they're actually sitting and listening to Joe Biden. They've heard people they know say, well, they're trying to take our 2A rights, they're trying to take our fucking right to bear arms. This is important. And so they only got the headline of that, and then he goes, it's not about taking anybody's rights. No, yeah, it's not.
No, why would it be? Of course not.
Can you believe this guy lied?
What an asshole.
He said it was about his rights.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not about that. I mean, we're taking them, but it's not about that. It's not about taking your rights. It's not like we're not going to claim that as our objective.
Right.
So it's not that.
It's about saving lives.
I mean, I don't know how else you could possibly fucking It just frustrates me when he does that.
You love some Joe Biden speech.
It really bugs me. It really bugs me.
Oh. It
really, really bugs me. The way he does that fucking, like I said, it's not about taking anybody's rights. It's about saving lives. The same length of the pause every time,
Yeah.
It's just
50 years of the same speech.
Such a cock. I mean, like, Joe Biden acting like he's it's like, look, we all have to kind of go along with this charade to a degree. But, man, don't expect anybody to be all, like, fucking, caring about what you're yelling about.
Yeah, we're just going to shuffle in the chow line, our heads down, pretending everything's okay. You're president and everything's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
No
You're
big
president.
deal.
Jill's a doctor.
Yeah, she's a doctor.
Yeah.
And the
and
tranny
your son's a board member. At Burisma.
Rachel Levine's a woman. Everybody just go along with it.
Yeah, and just it's the way it is. Rachel Levine.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel Levine.
That's his name, yeah. He's Rachel.
Rachel Levine!
He's Rachel. I'm turning you down half a notch just because of that.
Oh.
Yeah, you startled me. That's the price you pay.
That's what happens.
Okay, it says Dems midterm math problem here. This is in U.S. News. I don't have no idea what it's about.
Okay.
In a handful of closely fought states, even a shift of a single percentage point in a voter group could decide who controls the Senate next year.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's important. The Senate thing is important.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
50-50 now.
They're going to filibuster all the gun shit they signed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, nothing's getting through. Nothing's going to get through. The Republicans are going to win the Senate. The Republicans are going to win the House. Unless they really don't want the Republicans to win. Otherwise, they'll really cheat like they did last election.
Yeah, it just depends on how bad they want it. And how bad they want. It's more how bad they want to keep power now from the Republicans.
Yeah.
We may have seen the last conservative person elected ever. Because they could do it. Yeah. They could just say, well, we're not going to do elections anymore. COVID. We can't even mail them.
Everyone vote on a computer.
We're counting votes by I want you to just think about who you're voting for, and we're going to be able to count them. I know you think it's true. We can do it.
Twitter polls. We're going to use Twitter polling as our way of counting votes.
Well, we were until Elon Musk bought the goddamn thing.
Son of a bitch.
Now we're just fucking kind of screwed. Paper ballots. He can thank record turnout. Joe Biden can thank record voter turnout.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Women, Black, and Latino Americans, young people, and voters eager to get Donald Trump out of office for the Democratic president's 2020 victory. Why do they sing this whole song? Why do they do that?
They have to. They have to do it. All these people came together and pulled the levers of power and what is it?
To fortify the election.
Fortify the election and
yeah, we got to fortify it. That means he's winning. There's no question.
You have no voice in this.
It sort of implies that he was obviously going to win anyway, but we just want to firm that up.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
You just want to ensure that happens.
Well, he can thank. You know who he can thank?
Who's that?
He can thank women. And Black and Latino Americans, young people, and voters eager to get Donald Trump out of office for the Democratic president's 2020 victory. Unfortunately for Biden and his Democratic Party, the voters expected to turn out this fall will be fewer. Older and more likely to be white, and eager to take out their frustrations on the party in charge. It's not the party in charge.
Right.
You dumb motherfucker. It is not the party in charge. They make it sound like, well, whoever's in charge, it should
jerks.
That's the way it is. And I understand it does work that way to a certain extent because, people come in and it's just like, I don't know. But I thought I saw something over there. It freaked me out. I thought I saw a ghost. But it's that broom. I saw a broom. I saw a broom. I thought it was a ghost. It does seem like they do, vote against the party in power. When shit's
usually
all fucked up, that makes sense. But in this case, it's not automatic. It's like they're doing a real bad job.
Yeah.
They're doing it.
They're fucked up.
They are doing a bad job. Even a shift of a single percentage point says. So really, when they start reporting this, you go, okay, so it's super close, and you should expect a win there.
It's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a slaughter like a lot of people are predicting, but I think the Republicans are going to gain control of the Senate and the House. But like I said, depending on how bad they want to keep power and fortify the election, how many billions of dollars in corporations get involved in 2022, and usually they don't think midterms are that big of a deal. So maybe Facebook won't fuck with the algorithms, for 2022 as much, or Twitter as much. There's not that want to get Trump out sort of. Right.
Well, young people vote a lot less in these elections too. The midterms. They like to vote for the presidential election. Like, call me when it's the president. And it also says here, but the people who are inclined to turn out are in a mood to punish.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Punish, because we're not punished enough.
The words they use, punish. It's like when they say Republicans pounced on the Jussie Smollett verdict.
Yeah.
They pounced on stuff. Yeah. Republicans attack and pounce. Democrats call out.
Yeah, they call out and they defend.
I called you out.
Mm-hmm.
Republicans claim. You know, they claim things.
Democrats state.
Often without evidence, yeah, and then they
Yeah.
state, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go straight down the line for almost every fucking term. It's so the way they use language really is a fucking trip,
Yeah.
and that's worth looking at. But it's like when the trans activist ideology that Gervais was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's really backwards. I mean, you know this. It's like women with dicks and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
But really, like, if you look at what anybody's ever said on stage, I'm talking about Chappelle and Gervais, neither one of them probably ever said anything that was truly offensive. You know? I can't think of anything Chappelle said
as
that
far
was
as
truly
transsexuals go.
Well, yeah.
Well, it is a dude with a dick. I mean, or
Right.
he said lady with a dick or whatever. She raped him, or she raped her.
Yeah. It was the joke about pronouns, you know?
Yeah.
And that's good. But they make it, they always shorthand it to like, oh, yeah, that people have become upset over his hateful positions or whatever, you know?
Are they hateful?
Well,
like, really?
They always say stuff in the most generic ass way, you know, just broadly,
Yep.
you know, tar it. It says an anticipated Supreme. Well, did you know that there's record jobs creation? Because I didn't know that.
That's surprising to
Not
me.
resonating with voters about the inflation. Inflation's at a 40-year high. You got to buy shit now, and it's so fucking much money in the grocery store. It's so much everywhere.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm talking about, like, I think that the mayonnaise I bought today was $6.99.
For a jar of mayonnaise.
A jar of mayonnaise.
That's crazy.
I mean, like the squeeze kind.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then, like, I don't even want to look at cereal. Bacon.
Cereals.
The last time I checked, bacon was $13.99.
For one
A pound.
package.
A pound.
For a pound.
Yeah, a pound, which is, but it was a
Yeah.
package. It wasn't like an extra large package of 16 or anything. It was just like a regular ass pack of bacon, and it was a brand.
I paid $4.99 and 9/10 today for gas. So not quite $5. So I got him a little bit. I got to dig in. It's not $5.
Did you get your change?
Yeah.
A tenth of a penny?
A tenth
Or
of a penny.
90 tenths of a penny? I mean, how is it?
Tenth of a penny. Yeah.
Now, so it says an anticipated Supreme Court opinion undoing guaranteed abortion rights could well propel disaffected Democratic voters to the polls in some areas of the country. Yeah, you know, if they hadn't leaked that thing, their voters never would have found out, would they?
Never known. Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing there was somebody in there.
Brave enough.
Yeah, I go, oh my God, people need to know. This needs to be the most political thing ever.
And I think they launched an investigation. They're having the clerks and the employees sign affidavits and give up their devices. So it's only a matter of time. Didn't they say there was some Indian guy when the clerks for Kagan that
Indian
leaked
guy that
it?
clerks for Kagan?
Yeah, that leaked
Is
it.
that who it was?
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw pictures of him.
Huh. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's what the media on the right claims.
Okay. Well, on the right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds. Then I believe it. Because I believe everything I read here.
This is right.
That's exact. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of dude I am. I'm just like fucking. Let's kill. Let's what? Oh, they're
Fuck 'em.
okay. Oh, okay. I'll kidnap them.
Fuck these people.
Huh.
Yeah.
It says here that Democrats still suffer from basic math that disadvantages the party in midterms. Give me a fucking break. Well, I guess because they have younger voters, 18 to 29, made up 17%.
They're not going to vote.
Of the 2020, 2014. In the last midterm where a Democrat was president, young voters made up just 13% of the electorate.
And that
Wow.
was under Obama, and he was super popular.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that was due to, the voter suppression.
Oh, of course.
A lot of voter
else would it
suppression. A lot of voter suppression. It's funny. I hear people that I respect saying things about this sometimes. I'm like, I don't know if I respect you anymore. What a weird thing to say. Voter suppression
Voter
in Georgia
suppression.
and everywhere else.
Oh yeah.
It's not. There's no. It's ridiculous.
They were sending votes en masse to the entire country. They sent like something like 150 million ballots or something ridiculous.
Why? There's
You know,
only one
200
reason to do
million.
that.
Right.
Only one reason. You want everybody to vote, whether they're, registered, qualified, or knowledgeable or not.
And Joe Biden got more votes than Barack Obama. So Joe Biden is more popular than Barack Obama, apparently.
Yeah,
According
yeah.
to the electorate, he is.
Well, I mean, they had to get rid of Trump.
Fortify it. Fortify this bitch.
Yeah, they should have fortified the fucking Capitol. Yeah, so Democrats still suffer, like I said, from basic math. It says, 18 to 29, 70%, 13%, and 14. Several states, notably Wisconsin, Georgia, Arizona, small shifts could decide whether Biden will have a Democratic or GOP-run Senate next year. Small shifts. But the peculiar natures of those states, electorates, and candidates could make this fall far less predictable. Oh, who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows? Stacey Abrams could become leader of the world or whatever the fuck they wanted to do with her. Pushing her hard. They've been pushing her for years and years really hard on the American public.
And nobody's into it.
Nobody likes her. Yep, nobody likes her.
I never heard of anybody liking her. Not one. Not one person have I ever...
In
has ever
real life, right?
Yeah, in real life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we playing a video game
Maybe.
simultaneously?
Are we in Call of Duty?
Yeah. So there's just nothing about her that's likable. She's terrible.
Yeah.
She's they're all ideologues.
She's an ideologue that...
It's ugly and fat.
Yeah,
too.
ugly and fat and reminds me of the DMV. Those are things I don't like.
You remember when she got in that fight?
No.
She got into a fight at the grocery store. I mean, like
Really?
forever ago, yeah.
Like 10, 15, 20 years ago? Or
No,
something?
not that long ago.
Oh.
Grocery store.
Interesting. Stacey Abrams grocery store fight.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be on clearance.
Did Stacey Abrams say we don't need farmer say on board foundation? Oh, obviously it's not going to be like right.
Oh, yeah, they're going to push it down, push it down, push it down. You know.
What just crawled out of your throat? Did you hear that?
What?
It's like you got a little gas.
Maybe a little.
Fight to vote. Give me a fuck. That's all it's coming up.
It's not going to show it. They're not going to show it.
I mean,
I believe you.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was somebody else. I don't know. It was some black woman who worked in like government and stuff like that. And was running for some shit. It says the claim: Stacey Abrams had the Georgia governorship stolen for her by corrupt Secretary of State.
Yeah.
She had the Georgia governorship stolen for her by a corrupt Secretary of State, then registered 800,000 new voters. And it says this claim is a fact check, post online. It's partly false, it says.
Oh, partly. Okay.
Partly false. And then it starts off with an unfounded claim of fraud spread online in the wake of the 2020 election. Previous questionable elections are coming back. An unfounded claims of fraud as unfounded. Sorry, take it easy.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
As unfounded claims of fraud spread online in the wake of that. Previous questionable elections are coming back into the spotlight. An Instagram post depicts Georgia Democrat Stacey Abrams beside text that claims her 2018 run for governor was stunted by a dirty politician. Stacey Abrams had the governorship of Georgia stolen from her by a corrupt Secretary of State who abused his office to suppress the vote.
Interesting.
And hand himself the election.
That son of a bitch.
How did he suppress the vote, I wonder? By not letting illegals vote? Was it that?
Making them show licenses.
Oh, yeah, I don't think they even have the voter ID. Stacey Abrams had the governorship, like I said, stolen from her. Corrupt Secretary of State abused his office, suppressed the vote, hand himself the election. The Instagram post by liberal account, the other 98%.
Oh, those guys.
Reads, what did she do? She rolled up her sleeves, registered 800,000 new voters, and is about to flip her state blue. So the other 98% did not respond to the post. The gubernatorial race, she ran for governor. During his tenure in that role, this Secretary of State, the guy who was in charge of state's elections, I guess, Brian Kemp.
Oh, yeah.
The Secretary of State is in charge of elections. So it's Brian Kemp. Now, during his tenure in that role, and he's not that good either, he trimmed more than 1.4 million inactive voters, with low-income and minority Georgians being most likely to have their registrations canceled. Re-register. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, over 668,000 of those registrations were canceled in 2017. Okay.
Go register.
668,000 of those registrations were canceled in 2017. Okay. That seems like not that big of a number if it's 1.4 million, but whatever. In the lead up to 2000, I guess that is quite a bit, though. In the lead up to the 2018 election, Georgia put 53,000 voter registrations on hold, the majority of them black voters, for additional screening. Charles Bullock. I don't really, I don't quite believe the narrative of this story.
I don't buy it either.
Charles Bullock, professor of political science at Georgia, at University of Georgia, he told USA Today, maintaining the accuracy of voter lists is permitted under law. Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, they had to follow the law.
What's permitted?
Right.
It's permitted. You can.
You can do it, but
you can maintain the accuracy of voter lists, but you don't have to.
But if you do, you're a racist.
It's which often means removing voters, and that the holds would not have stopped these Georgians from voting. Okay, so it wouldn't have stopped. All the person had to do is show up with their photo ID, which everyone has to have.
Oh, well.
Everyone has to have it. Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
And they would have been allowed to vote, he said. That's all they had to do. But by making that claim, maybe that did inspire some more of those people to make sure that they did vote, both Democrats and Republicans. I don't know. Brian Kemp did not resign, from his role until he had all but won the election.
Mm-hmm.
And thus overseeing the election in which he was a candidate. He was overseeing the election in which he was a candidate. But it's not uncommon for a Secretary of State to continue holding that office while running in a race. Every Secretary of State who has run for re-election has done that. Yeah, it's not uncommon. So claims of broken voter machines showing voters cast for Abrams as registering for Kemp arose. Maybe, I don't know, but this seems like they're dirty tricks.
Mm-hmm.
And 85,000 more voters were purged. 85,000 more. So I know that it's like a lot of numbers and just like it's kind of dry, but in 3 months leading up to the election, he had repeatedly denied that he attempted to suppress the vote. Did you attempt to suppress the vote?
No. Yes.
Okay. Repeatedly. No.
What do you want me to say?
Yeah, lost to Kemp by nearly 55,000 votes in 2018. In her concession, Abrams said the outcome reflected voter suppression. Of course she did. I acknowledge that former Secretary of State Brian Kemp will be certified as the victor in the 2018 gubernatorial election. That's how she talks. She said, according to BR. But to watch an elected official who claims to represent the people in the state baldly, pin his hopes, for election on suppression of the. They just love saying that.
Yeah.
They just love saying it.
The projection is real in that. Wow.
Horrible individuals, man. They're just terrible people.
People
they
fucking
could
suck.
not be worse. Could not be. So I wonder who that Georgia politician woman was was in the fucking store.
The grocery store fight?
Georgia politician. Excuse me.
Sold them cigarettes.
Shut up. Wait.
You need to smoke. I know.
One of these no, not need to smoke, but one of these days I will just I'll have an opportunity to make a cutting remark about something that you're addicted to.
You made the gurgle remark.
Well, yeah, you made a sound. I wanted to acknowledge it. I didn't want people to think I didn't notice or that it was me. Georgia politician fight in. I could have sworn it was Stacey Abrams. Fight in grocery store. It was a grocery store.
Maxine Waters.
I think she's in Cali, isn't she?
Yeah.
Lawmakers confrontation. Yeah, okay. Well, that's right away.
Oh, top of the list.
In the Atlanta JC. The AJC.
Oh, her.
Confrontation at a grocery store between a black state legislator and a man she accused of demanding that she go back to where she came from. No. Has led to barbed attacks from partisan leaders, calling for her to resign and threats of litigation. So that's State Rep Erica Thomas. That's who it was. And her lawyer held a press conference. So this was a while back.
Yeah.
2019. Yeah, she's a cunt.
She
And
looks
she'll
like it.
laugh about it. He told me to go back. You know what? That should be like what, like false reporting. Because he didn't say that. He said nothing of the kind.
She lied.
She lied.
Right,
Yeah.
she lied.
And
But-
if you falsely report stuff, they need to really start caring about this shit.
Right.
They won't.
No, rapes are always a lot of false reports, this sort of stuff, so they can get away with actions that would otherwise be illegal,
Yeah.
you
He did admit to calling her an expletive.
Oh.
Which, you expletive.
You expletive!
She had too many items in a Publix express lane. And she had a lot too many.
Wait. So she's at Publix express lane, and the guy's like, go back where you came from. Maybe this is the back of the line.
You didn't even say that.
A different line?
Yeah.
Go back where you came from. Aisle 2.
Where the hell did you come from? No, go back. He added that he's exploring a defamation lawsuit against her.
Nice.
Because it turned it into a national case about race overnight, and the run-in was followed by a bizarre confrontation before a bank of television cameras over the weekend. Huh, that's interesting. I wish there was a link. Why wouldn't you link something there? I'd like to see that.
I want to see what happened.
The Democratic Party of Georgia responded with a hashtag We Stand With Eric a tweet. Of course you do.
Yeah,
Of
what
course
else
you
are they
do.
gonna do?
We don't need to hear anything. We like our guy.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't care what happened. We stand with so-and-so, Erica.
But no matter who. No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
No racist police. Oh, the
KKK
content's not
cops.
available right now. They know what we're going to do with it.
Oh,
I hate Facebook. Blow me.
Facebook
So,
links never work.
Do they not?
For me, at least when they're in articles and stuff. They seem to never work.
Huh.
This is private information, or
Yeah, this is
Something
some
like
shit.
that.
What are you talking about? Trying to look at this on your phone, prick? So that's Erica Thomas. I bet you maybe there's a video in here that'll be interesting. I don't know. Boy,
Hope
shit's
so.
taking forever. Mass shootings, my friend. My friend.
more mass shootings.
Oh my God.
Non-stop. There's a mass shooting happening outside the studio as we speak.
That sure is. I'm not even afraid. I'm just so used to gunshots
Yeah,
going off. It's
bang,
just
bang.
Like, it ain't shit to me. It ain't shit to me, yo.
You
I don't
hardcore.
I don't give a fuck. I'm hard. Let's see what happens here. Oh, a attacker pushes a woman on the tracks. This is going to be on New York City Crime Report. So
Okay. Preview.
There we go.
The man who pushed a woman onto the tracks. Police say the woman did not know her attacker. It happened yesterday afternoon, just after 4:30.
You don't know that guy?
Hmm. Don't know him.
That's Raul, man. That's wild, man. Did not know her attacker. TSA worker shot to death in Brooklyn. Good. TSA.
Ugh,
The
the
worst.
most useless, right?
Federal agency that just picks its ass and makes money. God damn, they make money. I mean, maybe not everybody there with the fucking wand, but they make money. There's a lot of money spent on the fucking TSA. They loved opening up a new fucking federal bullshit, didn't they? A new federal, what do you call it?
They're still making us take off our shoes from something that happened that didn't happen, that almost happened 20 years ago. And they're still making us take off our fucking shoes.
It's a shoe bomber.
Yeah, Reed. He almost bombed a plane with bombs in his shoe like 20 years ago or about.
He was Barack Shubama.
And because of one stupid asshole, everyone has to take off their shoes at the airport.
Forever.
Forever. The rest of eternity.
In perpetuity.
Ruined it for everyone.
All right, let's see. This is the guy that I'm thinking. Here's the surveillance video. I mean, I don't know why we're looking at 2019 here, but it's interesting
Whatever.
enough.
People don't know.
I just told him.
No, I'm saying people don't know the story.
Oh, it's just surveillance camera. So what do?
Yeah.
So he said something. Now look, who's aggressing here? She's moving. I'm saying, well, you talking to me? You talking to me? Go back. What are you talking about?
I ain't going back to aisle 12.
I'm not gonna. I'm not. What do you want? You don't want me to have my stuff? I get my stuff. I buy my stuff. I buy it at the express lane. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you.
I don't give a fuck. Oh, she's agitated.
Look at her now. She's got her finger pointed.
Mm-hmm.
This is because I'm black. Everything that happens is because of my blackness. And black, okay? Black.
I read a book that white people invented racism, so must be true.
Right. Well, I read half of it. I got drowsy and dozed off. Look at this. Okay, we're just looking at a bunch of fucking Snickers bars, basically.
Nice. Some gum.
Thank you. Well, that was great. Okay, this is supposed to be explosive.
Let's see what's so explosive.
Oh, wait a second. We got to make sure that this shit is playing correctly.
Yeah, going through the right
things. Yeah. Do we have we had nothing with sound so far? I guess we haven't. Oh, how about
well,
that?
Yeah.
Shit be changing now.
Now you can hear it.
All right.
You're welcome.
If you like. And here we go.
Sparks, S-P-A-R-K-E-S.
Okay.
Sparks
Tell
flew.
Me, tell me what happened on Friday at Publix.
This woman was in the express lane that says 10 items or less. 2 other lanes completely free. Open.
Couldn't keep my mouth shut.
I go pay for my 3 items in one of the other lanes.
2 of the other lanes are open.
It frustrated me to see her there with that many
Why?
items.
Why did you care?
About 20 items, so that frustrated me. So I went to the 2 of the cash.
That's a Democrat voter right there.
Yeah. Publix and talked to them by the front door.
Using
Democrats are rule fanatics,
Yeah.
and they will go back and by the way,
using their little petty amount of power that they can use.
Done, so on and so on. She goes, well, it's not Publix policy. We're not allowed to confront any customers about the express lane. She goes, well, a customer came. So I thought about it for
Wink,
a second,
wink.
almost walked out, walked back in, went up to the lady, which I did not know her name, did not know her stature as a state legislature or anything.
Would you
And
care?
asked her-
Sir, you don't get a spotlight. You
Whoa,
don't get anything
whoa.
at all. Because you degraded me and you berated me, and everybody needs to see
You know
your
it's
face
on camera, right?
Yes, I know it's on camera. And everybody needs to
camera in
know
Publix,
that
too.
what you did to me, and what you did to me as a woman that is 9 months pregnant, and you
Oh.
think you're going to get away with this?
Good
No,
luck,
you're
ma'am.
not. You are going to jail. And
Jail.
Honestly, I just thought she was fat as fuck.
Yeah.
Going to jail.
Gonna go to jail for telling her to go back to aisle 12.
For he didn't.
I know. But even at the worst case scenario.
Showing
this speaks
yourself.
for every.
Let's
oh,
not
no,
round
I'm
up
showing
here.
myself. This
Good luck,
speaks
ma'am.
for every black, brown, and any woman that's out there that's 9 months pregnant, and a white man comes up to you and calls you a son.
not white.
I'm speaking to the black.
I'm not-
I'm speaking to the black people, brown people, and the women that's 9 months pregnant.
What about the men that are pregnant?
Yes, you are.
I'm not
If
white.
anybody comes up to you and calls you a son of it, I am facing the man that degraded me and berated me, and I'm not crying. No, I'm not. I'm standing right in front of you.
You are.
And if you know how you made me feel yesterday, if
What
you
a
know how you
Karen.
made
Back
my
off.
daughter feel,
Back off before I
Total
call the
Karen.
police.
call the police.
A
right
movie
now.
should be
They
made about
are
her.
looking for you.
Call the
I
fuck.
already
They are
talked to
looking
them.
for you.
I already talked
It's
to them.
okay. I am so
Back
happy
off.
that you're here.
Am
And
I
I'm happy
arrested?
that everybody needs to see this man that did this to me. And he thinks that he gets a 5 minutes of fame. You think that you're going to come up
5
when
minutes?
you see police,
Is
when
that
you
what
see
it is?
SB 46, you think you're going to come up here and get a spotlight? No, you're not.
Tell it,
The only
blessed mama.
spotlight you're gonna get is
Mhm. Go,
everybody
girl.
needs to see the man
Ma'am,
that did this to
are
a
you a
woman
state
that's
legislator?
9 months
Are
pregnant.
you a state
Thank
legislator?
you. Nobody is here for you.
Are you a state
Nobody. No,
legislator?
no. She just took over the whole interview.
Wow, this is her time.
Wow.
Would you like me to finish?
My world.
It's like those black chicks
How
that
would
took
you
the
guys
mic
wanna
from
handle
Bernie. She just took it
We want
over.
to hear from both of you. Yeah, we want to hear both sides.
We want to hear
No,
both sides.
he is
Please,
I
both of you
cannot
stand here
believe
doing this. This is great.
You-
Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it
It was
up.
good.
You understand you're a
Do
liar?
you think, I'm a liar about what? Do you
Everything
feel
that
bad?
happened.
Do you feel bad?
Look at him
Me
lean
telling you
back.
to go back where you came from?
Do you feel bad about yesterday?
Did I say that?
Yes, you. Were you serious? Or you didn't say
Did
that?
I say
What
it?
did you say to me then?
Is it on video?
What did you say to me?
Is
I
it?
called you a lazy bitch.
Okay, that's
That's
all
the
you.
worst
Lazy-
thing I said.
That's all you said. To
You're
me.
a lazy
okay,
bitch.
So that makes you look better because everybody's asking.
She
that.
obviously is a lazy
Better to say
bitch.
that.
I know what I
It's
said.
okay. It's all
The
right.
video
though.
knows what I said.
Okay, yeah, they all see it. They all see that you left out of the grocery store, came back.
I
in
didn't
and berated
leave.
me.
I took one step out.
At the end of the day,
No
you know
one
what?
picked me
At
out.
the end of the
I'll let
day,
your
you know
5
what?
minutes of fame.
I
Publix?
my
I'll
water
let you
just
have
broke.
your 5 minutes of fame.
You got
Have your
yours?
5 minutes of fame.
You got
There
yours.
you
Have
are.
your 5
You know
minutes of
what?
fame.
Thank you. Congratulations. What's your name?
She didn't even want him
Eric
talking to them
Sparks.
I'd
anymore.
like to shake your hand.
No, you're not.
I'd like
No,
to
you're
shake
not good for him.
He won't shake her hand. Good.
Go ahead, Eric Sparks. I want him to get his 5 minutes of fame.
I want him to
minutes.
get his 5 minutes.
of fame, Eric.
5
And I'm
minutes.
facing
I thought
right
Warhol
now,
said it was
I'm
Shut-
15.
Yeah, I
And
know.
I'm fine.
He only getting
Because guess
5.
what? I'm
Wow.
okay, because God is with me. I'm a blessed mama.
Here, I'm gonna
I
take
know, we
this
saw
out.
your
I want
shirt.
the reporters to ask me questions.
Go ahead, ask me
I
questions.
want individual questions.
Yeah.
I don't want to
What-
sit here and tell it.
What did you say? What took place in the Publix?
Okay, this reporter already asked me that.
So I'm not going to say it again.
I sent to WSB TV already to Lauren Posen.
Ah, you're down to 4.5 minutes, sir.
Okay, you Lauren Posen.
I'm Lauren's colleague.
20 seconds.
Okay.
Wrap it up.
I sent
Alright.
an email statement to Lauren already. That is my statement to
Okay, we got it.
WSB TV. That's
Erica,
exactly
anything
what
else to say to this guy?
Tell us on camera what happened.
Pull back out.
I walked into Publix, bought my 3 items. There were 3 checkout lanes. One was an express. The other 2 were empty. I kept my tongue shut.
So
I
stupid.
walked and
Kept
paid
his
for my
tongue
items
shut.
in one of the empty lanes. This lady I noticed
Shut
had
your
about
tongue.
20 items
Just
on
talking
her-
about Shaft.
on the conveyor. Okay. I walked up to the two customer service associations from Publix, asked them what
Wow.
should be done in a nice manner. They said, corporate policy, we can't do anything, but you as a customer can say something.
Okay, I think we heard enough of this
Yeah,
shit.
we get it. She lied.
Unless she's back in touch here, is she?
Oh,
Is she? Does anything else
nice. Back.
happen? I would see. What back?
Yeah, she's back.
Oh, she's back.
Back in the
Oh,
video, right?
yeah, she is, isn't she? What is she doing here? I want to hear what else this fucking crazy bitch does. You a bitch. You a bitch.
This is the
You said,
people that
"I don't
rule over
care,
us.
You're a lazy son of a bitch. That's what you said.
I said the lazy
Lazy
part.
son
I
of
didn't
a
say
bitch?
son of a bitch.
Did he not
Number
just say
one.
he said son of a bitch?
I
What did
said
he say?
lazy.
Lazy
Okay,
bitch.
you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to my car. I'm going to sit down. If you want to
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna read my stories.
Give
You know
birth.
what?
Show
I
your
have my
receipt.
receipt. I have my
Show
receipt.
it.
And they will see it.
Show it.
But you know what? It doesn't
had at
matter.
least
if I
20.
But you know what? It doesn't matter.
You
Yeah.
would not
He's
tell a
racist now
pregnant,
forever.
9 months pregnant
Did
woman
I know you were
to-
pregnant
I
until you said
told
it?
you that. I told you I was
After you
pregnant.
took two
and
steps
Look,
said,
you look
"I
so
don't care,
good. We
you're a
wouldn't know
lazy
you're
son of a
pregnant.
bitch."
Yeah,
That's
how
what
can we
you said.
tell?
I said the lazy part. I didn't say son of a bitch.
Did he not
Number
just
one.
say he said son of
No, he didn't. He said lazy
Who
bitch.
the hell calls a woman a son of a bitch?
No.
He's misgendering her maybe.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she does look like this Mo Alexander comic that I used to know.
What's that?
Mo Alexander. Yeah, he's a comic who roughly those dimensions, I guess.
Pregnant.
Well, I wouldn't have known she was pregnant, my friend.
Fair.
Let me see. See, yeah.
He's pregnant.
Well, he had that blonde hair for a while. Oh yeah, this guy's ready to give birth. Don't get
good.
stupid with comedian Mo Alexander.
Uh-oh.
I think he died.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he died.
Diabetes.
No, he got shot in a robbery. Trying to foil it.
Yeah, he was the good guy with the gun.
Yeah, he was a good Samaritan, but he ate the gun. I thought it was chocolate. He's a big fella, boy. If he's not dead, I sure am going to feel bad about this. This looks like an RIP situation. He's got the beard over here. What happened to him in the hospital?
Well, that's not
Hospital
good.
updates. Oh, shit. He's going to be giving us hospital updates. Hey,
Nice.
I'm still in the hospital. I don't feel so good. This might be the last time I talk to y'all. So I just want to say, I regret nothing. The pizzas I ate.
All the Cocoa Puffs.
The man likes pizzas. Like that. I worked with him.
Yeah.
He's like 2 large pizza type motherfucker.
Whoa.
A couple of 2 liters.
2 liters.
Oh boy, yeah, big thing. And look, I by the way, I say this all with the utmost affection. We're the 281st view here.
Hello,
Poor Mo.
it is Mo Alexander.
I can't sit here and mock this guy in his fucking
Currently out of
deathbed.
the ICU unit,
I see
and
you.
all I have with me is a white woman's pelt. I would like to thank all the people, both Christian and Jews and atheists, especially my atheist friends who are in town right now, and my Jewish friends who are in town right now, and my Christian friends are in town right now.
Oh, nice.
Except for
They're
that
all in
one
town.
male nurse who told me I was going to hell. Fuck him in the face. I would like to say to all of you, thank you very much for your donations.
He probably would
Because
like that we're sitting here
after
laughing.
2.5 days in ICU, I think I just bought a house.
He has a
or paid
GoFundMe.
for a house. I'd like to thank
I
you
think
all
it's
for donations.
paid for
Please
it.
continue to do that.
What a
Continue
nice.
to help me do it. My
Is he a
current
nice guy,
update
like in person?
physically is I still
He's
have
all
blood
right.
clots.
He's all right.
Yeah,
We're trying to work them out.
yeah. He actually is. I mean,
and
was
I
or
don't
is.
have
I don't
any
know.
intention
Right.
On dying.
Depending on his
Yeah,
He
I still
said
have
he-
it too late to
life
make
status.
others laugh and pet more white women's pelts. Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna. I don't want to watch that anymore. It's bumming me out. I want to see if he's alive or dead. A comedian, and if he's dead, then we'll find out right away, and
It'll
then
come
we can just probably close out the episode.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Whoa. he
Mo
beat the
Alexander.
diabetes.
Yay. Good for you, Mo. He don't subscribe or nothing, but
He should.
I got that dude fired.
How so?
2020. I'll see how he got somebody fired. We've abandoned the news, I guess.
Yeah, we're
this is-
doing
this is
comedy
a-
now. Was
we're
he
in-
hanging out with Gino
we're
Visconti too much?
delirious bonus time. Let's see. Comedian Alexander once died in a hospital but was revived 2 minutes later. Oh, yeah, we saw that happen just now.
Yes.
Coincidentally, a guy that big and a wife beater,
That's not a good look.
he needs a wife eater.
wife and non-eater.
Coincidentally, on Easter Sunday. Now, when a nurse, oh wow, he died and came back to life on Easter. And when a nurse asked him about his relationship with Jesus, he said, "Unless you fuck up, hopefully long distance." That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
An avid
When you're
music
dying.
fan, he recently recorded his upcoming comedy album at the iconic Sun Studio in Memphis. That's cool. He's the only comic to have recorded there. Yeah, because it's not really where you record comedy.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
music,
people.
right?
Maybe there's people. I don't know. I remember last time I was there, they put me on this local TV show. And they, what did you think when you're returning to Louisville? Okay, well, I don't care about that. She was like, oh, okay. They put me on this local TV show. They had me on with this woman who owned a donut store. She was like, you can have all the donuts you want.
Oh no.
I was trying to be good. I'm like, you step away from me, you demon. It was really hard. I'm just thinking, I hate you. I want to put my face all up in your donuts. What was like growing up in Memphis? It's Memphis. Talking about barbecue.
It's not good.
Yeah, this is not really an incredible interview. What was the wildest part experience? I had a nurse tell me I was going to hell. Yeah, we met. Yeah, fuck
we
him
saw
in the
the
face.
video.
Fuck him in the face.
Fuck him in the face.
Fuck him in the face. You know what I'm gonna do?
What's that?
Boom. First one to like it.
Ooh.
Take that, Mo. And
You're
someday
welcome.
you'll look at that and you'll go, you know what, Pat Dixon, not such a bad guy. So hey, you know where you're watching this. You know where, and it's much appreciated. Listen, we have to go, but we'll talk to you again soon. Patriarchy Show. Ian Erickson, Pat Dixon. Later.